Welcome to this video. Do you wish that you had some English vocabulary to sound smarter? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. You're going to get the top 15 C1 words that you can add to your vocabulary to sound smarter. Of course, I'm Jennifer from j4senglish.com. Now let's dive in and get started. Are you ready to learn some English vocabulary to sound smarter? You're going to learn 15 C1 words, so make sure you get out a pen, piece of paper, take notes because that's what smart students do, right? And make sure you watch right to the end of this video because I saved the best for last. So let's go. Here's number 1, a fiasco. This is a noun, and it means a complete failure or collapse. Now, you describe something as a fiasco. For example, you could say, the conference was a complete fiasco. So, a complete failure. It means the exact same thing, but side by side, failure is more of a beginner word. It's an everyday word. Fiasco instantly makes you sound smarter. Number 2, to revel in something. This is a phrasal verb, so pay attention to the sentence structure because you need the preposition in. To revel in something. This has an easy meaning. It simply means to really enjoy something and take pleasure in something. For example, he reveled in his new promotion. He really enjoyed his new promotion, took a lot of pleasure from it. Now, just an important note. Don't confuse the pronunciation with the very common word reveal. We're talking about revel, revel, reveal, revel. Notice the difference in the vowel sound. This is a short sound, revel. Long sound, reveal. He reveled in his promotion. Number 3, to anticipate. This is a verb, and it's used when something is likely or probable. So I could say, we're not anticipating any problems tonight. So it's simply saying we're not expecting. Problems are not likely or probable. Now remember, this is a verb, so notice the verb tense. We're not anticipating any problems tonight. This is in the present continuous. It's simply negative, but in the present continuous. Number 4, to exaggerate. This is when you make something seem larger, more important, better, or even worse than it actually is. A lot of people do this with their problems. They might have a problem that's like this, but then they exaggerate it and they make the problem sound like it's this. They exaggerate. Another example, I could say, that was the best meal I've ever had. I'm not exaggerating. So notice, I'm using this in the negative to say I'm not making it better than it actually is. It is that good in reality. Now we can use this with any adjective. That was the worst meal, the most expensive meal, the most unique meal, the spiciest meal. I'm not exaggerating. Number 5, to indicate. This is a verb, and this is when you make something clear or you simply show something. We use this a lot in research studies and reports. For example, the study indicated that the cost of gold is increasing. So this is just a smarter way to say the study showed that the cost of gold is increasing. Number 6, inevitable. That's a fun word to say. Inevitable, inevitable. This is an adjective, and it's when something is certain to happen. So 99.9% going to happen. Now, we generally use this with negative outcomes. If you keep eating fast food, a heart attack is inevitable. Number 7, to intend. This is a verb. and it's used when you have a plan or a purpose. We commonly use this in the negative to say we don't have a plan or purpose. For example, I could say, I didn't intend to hurt your feelings. That wasn't my plan. That wasn't my purpose. I didn't intend to hurt your feelings. Now, you can definitely use this in the positive. For example, we're talking about C1 vocabulary. This video is intended for advanced students. Number 8, mistaken. This is an adjective, and it's when you're simply wrong. You're wrong in opinion or judgment. So I could say, I thought the conference started at 9, but I was wrong. You can say that. Or why not sound smarter and say, I thought the conference started at 9, but I was mistaken. So just that one small change will instantly make you sound smarter. Number 9, noticeable. This is an adjective. It's when something is easy to see or recognize. For example, I could say there's an improvement in your speaking skills. Now, improvement is our noun, so I can modify our noun with our adjective noticeable and say there's a noticeable improvement in your speaking skills. It makes your sentence more complex, and it makes the improvement sound better because it's easy to see or recognize. Number 10, substantial. This is an adjective. This means large in size, value, or worth. For example, her promotion was substantial. It was large in value or in worth. Cha-ching! Number 11, to absorb. You need this one because when you absorb information, it means you understand it fully. So when you start a new job, you might say there's so much information to absorb. So you have to get the information, but then you also have to understand it fully. So hopefully you're absorbing all of these new words. Number 12, to compel. This is a verb. It means to force someone to do something. For example, he was compelled to wear a suit to work. This means he didn't want to wear a suit. Somebody, most likely his boss or the company as a whole, forced him. They compelled him to wear a suit. Number 13, drastically. This is an adverb. It modifies a verb. And when something happens drastically, it's in a severe and sudden way. For example, everyone's daily routine was drastically changed in 2020. We went from going out every day to staying home every day. Our routines changed drastically. Number 14, excessive. This is an adjective, and it means too much. The amount of sugar in processed foods is excessive. It's too much. And finally, to generalize. This is a verb, and it is used when you say that something is true all the time, when in reality, it isn't. It's only true some of the time, perhaps. For example, many people say that Canada is cold all the time. You can't generalize about the climate in Canada. We have a very diverse climate. It can get really hot, and it can also get really cold. So now you have lots of English vocabulary to sound smarter. Let me know in the comments, which one was your favorite? My favorite was definitely number 1, fiasco. I think just because it's really fun to say, fiasco. It sounds a little Italian. I have no idea if it is. Fiasco. I like it. What about you? Share your pick and practice it in the comments below. Now I'm also going to recommend 2 other videos for you, and I'll leave those links in the description. One is on how to use as well, also, and to, because those are 3 words that you absolutely need to know if you want to sound smarter. And the second video is on business English vocabulary. And that's if you want to sound smarter in the workplace. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe. Now, before you go, make sure you head on over to my website, jforestenglish.com, and download your free speaking guide. In this guide, I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. And until next time, happy studying! Do you feel smarter already? You should, because these are very advanced words and you're going to impress everyone when you add them to your vocabulary. Now, make sure you practice, leave some examples in the comments, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!